Hello and welcome to Zaith Hines Survival Guide. I am creating a new world and this is going to be a first night survival guide. I am ready to start. So, as I'm sure you all know, this world is loading very slowly. There we go. All right. So, I spawned in a pretty decent area. Let's do step one. The first thing you must do when you're playing in a survival world is obviously, if you're not like me, there we go, open your inventory. The first thing you're supposed to do. Then you are to gather wood, which I had already started doing. But once you've gathered, a sufficient amount of wood, I like to take down entire trees, as the saplings will fall and it will mean a sustainable source of trees in the future. Not that. Then, once I've got some wood, especially spawning near these sheep, I will make a crafting bench, which is using this recipe. 4 planks of any type, be it oak, birch, pine, or spruce, not pine, or anything, acacia. It doesn't matter. And you will get a crafting table, or workbench, or whatever you want to call it. Then, place a workbench. Once you have placed this workbench, it is time to get started. All tools need sticks. It's just a fact of life. Live with it. Okay? Because there are sheep right here, I'm going to make myself a wooden sword. And it's always a good idea to make a pickaxe. That is the only 2 things I ever make out of wood. You are wasting your time if you make other tools out of wood. So, now that I have this, it is time to get me some wool, which also gets you meat at this point. So, gathering your materials for your first bed, now in the new updates, also is useful as a food source. So, now as you see, I can make a bed. I don't need to make a bed yet, so I'm going to hold on to those materials. And I am in a birch forest by the looks of things, which is what I like generally because when I want to, grow trees, I like the birch trees. No matter how tall they are, you can always reach the top from the ground, and no matter how short they are, you can always just walk straight underneath the leaves. You never have to actually dig the leaves to mine the whole tree, unless, say, it happens to be in a low spot in the ground and piece of the tree is below the normal ground level. There are always exceptions. But when you're farming them, that is not what's important, because usually you're farming on nice flat level ground. Are there any saplings over here now? No, there are no saplings. Oh, it's close enough to those trees. Not going to get any more decay. But once you have a decent supply of wood, it is always a good idea to get yourself underground. Don't build a shovel, dig one, or don't build a shelter. It's a waste of your time. Building a shelter, A, has you up where you can't do anything. Well, you could, I guess, mine underneath it and do things. But if you were unable to find sheep like I was able to, the underground is always feasible. You can always get yourself underground. Build that wooden pickaxe and go to work. Stone is rarely more than 4 blocks down. Usually it's 3. So, saplings. My orchard is going to come along smoothly, as I have 2 saplings. That is all you really need. The more the better, but 2 is all you need. So, now that I have an ample supply of wood, a handful of saplings, I am ready to say goodbye to the surface. In fact, I'm already ready to survive the night. But I'd like to make this a little more interesting. So I am just going to pick a spot here and go down. See? 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Now, this is a handy design because you can always go like this and like that, and most things will not get in at you. That being said, baby zombies can get in here, pigs, things like that. But generally, you're safe. So, it is time to mine. The dirt already. That just ruined that. But, you know what? It's not going to ruin my whole day. Go like that. I was going to... Ah, perfect. I'm on the edge of the dirt. Let's use that height. Okay. And all you have to do to survive the night, technically, is build a bed and sleep in it. But you know what? Even though I have all the materials to make a bed, this is a survival guide. I'm going to teach you how to survive a night if you can't find sheep. All right. Hey, red mushrooms. Red mushrooms are always handy because they are less common than brown mushrooms. Brown mushrooms are far easier to find, although with some of the new biomes and whatnot, the red mushrooms are more common. This being a birch forest, red mushrooms might be more common than brown here. But one thing you can always do if you have both colors of mushrooms and a little bit of wood, you can make mushroom soup. Or mushroom stew, as they call it. Another good source of food is pigs. Pigs supply you with an apple, or with pork. But, wow, epic fail. Okay, but, pork chops, about as good as steaks, you don't get anything else. Like whereas chickens, see, look at this. You get eggs, you get meat, and you get... Okay, none of these chickens are dropping feathers. But generally, when you kill chickens, you can end up getting feathers. Here's another chicken. Ah, fine. Go for your long fall. But anyways, whereas instead of pigs, if I were to go for, say, cattle, you can get something that's quite useful. There we go, leather. See, leather. Leather is useful in making books and a low-level armor. You can get leather armor. I am not worried about getting any armor, and it is early afternoon, or early evening. Still got a little bit of time before nightfall. But seeing as it's close to nightfall, I might as well get started. 16 cobblestone. Okay, I have my protection. Okay, I'll do this. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see anything. That ruined that. All right, let's make me a quick, using the light that is filtering its way into here. I'm going to place my crafting bench with cobblestone around like this, making myself a furnace. 8 cobblestone, 1 furnace. Then I'm going to place a furnace, and inside this furnace, I'm going to place my wood pickaxe. Wooden pickaxe is useless to me now, as I have cobblestone and enough wood to make sticks. So, using that, I'm going to take 8 pieces of wood, or well, no, I'm going to take 1 piece of wood, and now it has lit up in here, and I don't feel so bad about blocking out the night. And now that nothing can get in here to attack me, I have made charcoal, which I will now use to cook 8 more pieces of charcoal. And while that is cooking, I will make me a handful of sticks, some of which will be used for my new pickaxe, some of which will be used for an axe for when I decide to go up to the surface again and mine some more wood. And it's always a good idea to have a better sword. No, not that. Get a better sword. Wood is not good. It's a nice quick start. That's all it is. So, I'm underground, and I have nothing to do. It is nighttime, so it's dangerous out there. This was hardcore. I could die and lose my world. So, I'm going to take 6 of these, leaving 2 in here, and make myself a handful of torches. Which is nice, because now furnace is not my light source. I have some coal, so I can cook more things up. Or some charcoal. I have a bit of wood, so I don't mind making more charcoal. You can't really have too much charcoal, especially early on. So I'm going to take this little room here, make it a little bit nicer. And we will know if I've successfully survived the night when I can go outside and it's daylight. So, I'm just going to continue to mine down here for a bit. This does take a little while, but because I'm actually mining, the night doesn't seem to last so long. If I was just standing in a hole waiting, because, I was ill-prepared, which, as you see, I was well-prepared. But if I was just standing in the hole, the night would be taking forever. It would seem to be like a 5-minute night. Or not 5-minute, like a 5-hour night. But technically it is only 10 minutes. Okay. So, I'm going to move this torch to here. So, that's a better spot for it. There we go. I lay out my houses a specific way, as it's far more efficient. You can do quite a lot in a rather small space. Okay, so all right, let's place my crafting table in there. You're getting a bonus. A construction of a very efficient starting base. I like this because it facilitates everything the average Minecrafter will need. It gives you plenty of storage, plenty of cooking, and like I say, it's a starter base. Once you get into, you know, using hoppers for automation and things, this base design loses a bit of its appeal. But until that point, there is nothing wrong with this base design. Oh, this spot. Those torches can be permanent. Also, I'll stand here, break this block. So I hear there's a skeleton above me. All right. And I will mine out the roof in this pattern. Ooh, a little bit of a glitchy thing going on there. Guess that's a lag issue or something? I don't know. But now this design is especially nice as all right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this level of dirt blocks entirely with bookshelves. And right here will be a enchantment table. So I have a nice open roof. I can stand here and craft. And let's take those. This is in the way in that location. I don't know why I went into the hole there. And my furnaces can go here. It's also, I like to, when I do this, just for decorative, replace these with glass. And back here with glass. And I put furnaces all the way around. Terrible location for automation. It's a good spot. Anyways, now that I'm down here and everything's all set up, I think I will set up or take some birch planks, make myself a treasure chest. The second most important thing of a starter base. It can go anywhere, not in a corner or in the center of a wall. So I'm going to place mine right there. Because my eventual plan is to put one here, one here, one here, and then in the corner I can have anything I want. For example, what can I build here? Nothing really of value. So let's just, oh, wrong one. Let's just do this. This is going to be a placeholder for things. Like right here can be a brewing stand. Right here could be an anvil. Right here could be, well, anything you want to place. Here could be something else, here could be something else, and here could be something else. Then, well, I might need a bedroom as well. So, in the end, which I'm not going to do right now, this is a survival guide with a bonus of a Nice starting base design. So let's just quickly build that bed and plonk it in there. Nothing fancy about it. Right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. There's the bed. I believe I have survived the night. I might not even be able to go to bed anymore. See? It's daytime. So, on that note, I have likely successfully survived my first night. Warning coming out of that, there's a chance that I will have to fight a skeleton. But as you can see, I have this. So, wow. There we go. Took out the skeleton, who for some reason didn't shoot me once. And I have survived my first night. So if you've liked what you've seen and would like to see more, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much.